As the weather is warming up, many of us are making those travel plans for spring break and, of course, summer vacation. We've all been discussing the mask mandates on planes. So here to discuss and offer additional tips to help you travel and do it safely and healthily, we bring in our 9 Health expert, Dr. Payal Kohli. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. I can't wait for some summer travel.
Oh, me too. So now that the mask mandate has been lifted, should we be ditching our masks, or do you recommend still wearing them when we're on planes?
100% I recommend wearing them. I am wearing them. I'm telling everyone in my family and all my patients to wear them for many reasons. One, even a one-way mask, as we like to call it, is very protective if it's the right type of mask. So I'm talking a KN95 or an N95. If you're exposed to 100 infectious particles, it filters out 95 of them. So you don't have to worry that others are not wearing. It'll still protect you, not just from coronavirus, but also from other colds. I haven't had a cold in like 2 years. And the CDC has now published data that one-way masking actually reduces your chance of getting coronavirus by 83%. So put up that mask and make sure it's a good, tight-fitting one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like the same thing. I didn't get sick with anything else during that time where we were wearing them the last couple of years.
But one thing I will say, I'm seeing a lot of cloth masks, and I don't want to see those.
Yeah?
Because at the very least, it should be a surgical mask, and if it's not surgical, then it should be that KN or N95, which is the most preferred. Cloth mask not protective enough.
And then on long plane rides or car rides, what are healthy behaviors that we should be doing as well?
Yes, so this is really important because a lot of people tell me, oh, I drove for 10 hours to wherever in Utah, and I'm like, well, did you get up and stretch your legs every 2 hours? So every 2 hours, put a reminder in your phone, because if you're sitting for a long time, your blood pools in your legs, and it increases your risk of blood clots. And we often see that a lot during summer road trips. So get up, stretch your legs, walk around, get that blood pumping. The other thing we see a lot of, swelling in the legs. So people say they travel on planes and their legs get swollen up. So you want to try to elevate your legs whenever possible. Some people advise wearing compression stockings that are about knee high, but not too tight, because you definitely want blood flowing, but you want to put a little gentle compression. And then even on the plane, get up and walk every couple of hours.
I never do that, so I will take that pointer going forward. What would you say about foods that we should avoid, stay away from while we're traveling?
Yes, what they serve on planes, it kills me. Pretzels, which are full of sodium. Limit your alcohol intake when you're traveling, because you automatically have a tendency to get dehydrated. You're running around, and then excess sodium is really going to make that swelling and all of the other risks of traveling worse. The last piece of it is stay hydrated. It's really hard when we have our masks up and we have to go to the bathroom all the time or whatever, but really you should be peeing every 2 to 3 hours, and if you're not, then you're not drinking enough.
I wouldn't be drinking enough either then. I heard something recently that when you fly, you're supposed to drink a certain amount of water per how many hours you're on a flight.
Oh, interesting.
Is that, I don't know if that's just something that's fake news or...
No, it's probably true.
Yeah.
But I will say that the water intake of every individual is a little bit variable.
Okay.
So how much water I need on a flight may be a little different than what you need. It also depends on how much you've eaten and all of those other things. So the making sure you're peeing every few hours, and the pee should be kind of light yellow colored. That's a good metric to know what your body is asking for at any given time.
And how can we optimize our sleep when we're traveling?
This is a tough one for me, because you travel across time zones and a lot of people take melatonin. I'm not a huge fan of the melatonin, but I would say the biggest thing is sleep hygiene. So try to follow the routines of the time zone that you're still in, especially if you're traveling for short term. But go to bed on time. If you're not able to fall asleep, get up, walk around, don't just keep lying in bed. Don't take a lot of sleeping pills. Those sound machine apps I find are really helpful. Sometimes they can help release the right chemicals in the brain. And then avoid caffeine, alcohol, those types of things that we drink a lot of when we're traveling.
I have slept with a sound machine for the last like 6 years, and now I can't sleep without one.
Really?
So I'm like total proponent of that. Just
Excellent.
zones everything else out.
Yes, it does.
Dr. Kohli, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.